All right, let's talk about one of my favorite tools in Spanish, the simple conditional. If you ever want to talk about your dreams, give some friendly advice, or just sound a little more polite, this is the tense you absolutely need. We're going to break down how to build it and, more importantly, when to use it to really level up your Spanish. So, let's just jump right in with a big question to get the wheels turning. What would you do with €1,000,000? Seriously, think about it. Would you travel the world? Buy a new car? Maybe just quit your job. Go ahead and dream a little and hold that thought. Because you see, to answer a question like that one, a question about what ifs, about dreams and possibilities, you can't really use the present or the past. You need a special tool. And that tool is the conditional tense. So let's figure out how this thing works. First things first, let's look at the mechanics, how to actually build the conditional. And I've got some good news for you. It's surprisingly easy. And here's the best shortcut. The way you build the conditional is almost identical to the future simple tense. Things like the irregular verb stems, yep, they're often exactly the same. So if you've already got a handle on the future tense, trust me, you are already halfway there. So you know how with a lot of other tenses, you have to chop off the AR, ER, or IR ending before you add the new one? Well, forget all that. For the conditional, you use the entire verb, the whole infinitive, and you just tack the new ending right on. It's so clean and simple. And here they are, the magic endings. Just look at that incredible consistency. Ia, ias, ia. And the best part? It doesn't matter one bit if the verb ends in AR, ER, or IR. For every single regular verb, you use this one set of endings. It's a huge time saver. Okay, so you're probably asking, what about those pesky irregular verbs? Well, the good news just keeps on coming. They use the exact same special stems that you already know from the future tense, so no new stems to memorize. For instance, verbs like tener or hacer get a unique stem, like tendrá or hajar. But as soon as you have that stem, what do? You just add the standard conditional endings we just looked at. So if you know the irregulars for the future tense, you already know them for the conditional. It's that easy. Okay, so that's the how-to. Now for the really important part, the when-to. I mean, knowing how to form it is great, but knowing when to use it is what's going to make you sound like a pro. You're going to find yourself reaching for the conditional in 3 main situations: when you're giving advice, when you want to be extra polite, and when you're talking about hypotheticals. Let's break them down. First up, giving advice. This is huge. When you want to suggest what you would do if you were in someone else's shoes, you can use the phrase yo que tú, which basically means if I were you. It's a fantastic, supernatural way to offer up a suggestion. Second, it's your secret weapon for being polite. Using the conditional totally softens a request. It makes it sound way less like a command and much more like a courteous suggestion. Think of it as the difference between, can you open the window, and a much nicer, could you possibly open the window? And third, this brings us right back to our €1,000,000 question. The conditional is absolutely essential for talking about those hypothetical situations, right? Your dreams, your possibilities, all those things that aren't real right now, but you can imagine them. Okay, theory is great and all, but let's see how this all comes together in a real conversation. We'll put all these ideas into a quick, practical scenario. So picture this. A friend of yours is traveling, exploring the beautiful city of Bratislava. They're starting to get hungry, so they pull out their phone and send you a text, asking for a little help. Their text pops up, "Hi, I'm in Bratislava. What restaurant would you recommend?" And look at that. They're already using the conditional. Recomendarías, because they're asking for your opinion, your hypothetical advice. So you can use the conditional for your advice right back at them. You could type, "In your place, I would try the local food. I would go to the Slovak pub." You're not actually there, but you're saying what you would do if you were. And they reply, using the conditional again, but this time for that polite request, "Thanks. Could you send me the address?" See how it all just fits together so naturally? Advice and courtesy, all powered by the simple conditional. All right, now that you've seen it in action, let's do a super quick recap of the key points. This is what you need to remember to start using the conditional yourself. So here are your 3 big takeaways. First, the formation is easy. It's just the infinitive plus those ia endings. Second, the irregulars, they just borrow their stems straight from the future tense. And third, remember its 3 main jobs: giving advice, being polite, and talking about all your dreams and hypotheticals. Okay, so let's end by bringing it all back to you. If you could travel anywhere on Earth, absolutely no limits, ¿a dónde irías? Where would you go? Go on, try to answer that in Spanish. That potential, that feeling of possibility, that is the power of the conditional.